Taking time now to prepare for our yoga practice, settling the body, sitting in a comfortable position so that you're steady as well. And the hands are on your knees in a mudra of your choice. Spine is straight, head and neck are aligned with the spine, and the chest is open, so the shoulders are back and down, but relaxed. Take a long, deep inhalation and visualize taking that inhalation through the heart space. And as you exhale, again through the heart space, release all of the events of the day. Separate yourself from the day. And again, take another long, deep inhalation through the heart space, exhaling, and this time, release all of the interactions and conversations you've had today, in all the forms they may have taken, and with whom they may have been with. Release it all, let it go. And another time, another long, deep inhalation through the heart space, this time on the exhalation, releasing any feelings of obligation or thoughts of what you need to do outside of this practice, and give yourself the gift of being right here and right now. And returning to the natural breath and gently placing the awareness back in the heart space. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And visualize the light from that candle flame reaching every cell in the body. And illuminating the mind. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti and the Shanti mantra to begin our practice. Breathing in first for Om chanting. Om. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinadvatitamastu, Ma Vedvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. And now keeping the eyes closed for a few moments. And focusing again on Anāhata chakra in the heart space. You may have guessed that the theme for this class is about the heart space. It's heart practice yoga. So as we go through the various practices, asanas, pranayama, and through our Yoga Nidra, please place the awareness at the heart space and observe how each practice affects the heart space, but also the rest of the body, and how it's all connected also with the mind and the breath. So we'll come now onto the front of the body. Our first practice will be Ardha Bhujangasana, which is a low cobra. So lying down on the front of the body, the heels are together or the toes are together. So this helps to support the lower back. Hands are beside the shoulders Forehead is on the floor. Inhale and just raise the top half of the back. It's just a low back bend. You're not lifting off or anything like that. It's just very subtle movement. Focusing on the heart space. Exhale. Bringing the forehead to the floor again. We'll complete 5 rounds. And that was the first. And hold the final round for up to 5 breaths. Fifth round. Come back into Shashankasan, the child posture. And just allow the body to release. And then when you're ready, come up, standing on your knees. We're going to do a practice called Supta Uttanasana, which is the supported camel or camel pose. Now, if you can do the full camel pose, good on you. I cannot. But for this one, bring the tops of the toes so that the heels are high. We'll begin with the right. And so basically, I'll demonstrate first. What we're doing is bringing the arm over and placing it on the heel. So you can see it opens up the chest. Try and keep the chest forward and then raise the left hand just above the shoulder. And then as you come out, bring the arm back. We'll do the same on the left. Bringing it back around. The tips of the fingers touches the heel. Opening up the chest, so opening up the heart space. The full practice is where you bring both arms around and lean back and touch, which I just cannot seem to do. But if you can do that, that's fine. Or you can continue in this way. Another way that you can do is supporting is to brace the back, bringing the elbows back towards each other without touching, and then leaning back so it opens up the heart space. So with any of these variations, please do 5 rounds. Just work with what's right for you. And it's up to 5 rounds. So if fewer rounds works better, please do that. And again, placing the awareness in the heart space. And after your final round, again, come back into Shashankasana, releasing the body. Quite a strong practice, camel pose. And everyone's at different stages. Now, our next practice is Ardha Purvottasana, which is the reverse tabletop. So come down onto back. So what you can do is place, so it looks like what it says, a reverse tabletop. Place the hands with the fingers pointing towards the body. Bring the feet not straight as yet. So we'll begin just having them not right close to the buttocks, but a little bit away with the fingers pointing towards the body. What we're going to do is inhale and then raise the hips, raise the pelvis so that it's like a reverse tabletop. And you can either tilt the head back or keep the head up, whatever works for you. And then exhale, bring it down. We'll only do 3 rounds of this because it is very strong. We'll do it one more time, and in doing it this way with the legs, with the knees bent. So once you're in position, inhale. Focusing on the heart space. Then exhale, bringing the pelvis back down to the floor. Now the final round is where you can bring the legs straight, and then when you come up like you did, the feet go flat on the floor because the legs are straight. If you're okay with doing that, please do, and hold that for up to 5 breaths. Please breathe in the practice. Please breathe in the practice as you do it. So bringing up, legs are straight, feet are on the floor. Holding up the chest. And then when you're ready, gently release down to the floor. And as a counter pose, we might do a forward bend. So raising the hands up above the head. Inhale, and then when you exhale, keeping the back straight, hands to the feet. It could be wherever is right for you, wherever you can reach, but place the hands on the legs where you can reach. And keep the head up at this stage. Then release, come back. We'll do this 3 times. Arms up, exhaling. On the 3rd round, you can place the head down if that works for you, and just breathe into the practice. When you've completed, come back to base position with the hands behind the buttocks, fingers pointing away, legs are straight. And just close the eyes and observe the effects of the practice. Observe what's happening at Anāhata chakra. Our next practice is called Gomukha asana arms. So it's cow face arms. So first of all, bring the right foot over out to the outside of the left knee. Bring the left leg around so that the heel is near the right buttock, and then bring the right foot so you've crossed in front of the body, the legs are crossed. Then bring the right arm up, place it behind the shoulder if you can. Now, it depends on where you are with your flexibility. If you can do it fully, bring the left arm around and then touch the fingers of the right hand and the left hand so they link and give you a stretch in the arm. If you can't do that, that's fine. You could even just put it there and then place the arm on top. And just hold for a few moments. Make sure you breathe into the practice, feeling the opening of the chest. And then exhale and release, and then do the same on the left side. Bringing the left leg over the right, bringing the right leg and the foot behind the left buttock, sitting up straight. Left arm is up and behind the back. Right arm comes up behind with the left hand and the right hand touching in the holding hands. And feeling that stretch. Complete another 2 rounds of this practice. And after your final round, come back to base position. Observing the movement of energy around the body. Next, we're going to do Salabhasana, which is the locust pose. So lying again on the front of the body and bringing the hands down by the sides of the body. forehead on the floor. We're going to inhale and raise the feet and the arms at the same time. So we're balancing on the pelvic area. And pushing the arms down, opening up the chest. Exhale. Bringing the head back, releasing to the floor. Complete another 4 rounds, holding for your own duration. And after your final round, lie on the back in Shavasana. Just releasing into the floor. And then bring the soles of the feet to just in front of the buttocks. Then placing the hands in pranayama mudra at the heart space. So hands together in prayer position at the heart space. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Inhale. When you exhale, bring the knees towards the floor and then bring the prayer position, the hands above the head. Feeling the opening of the chest and also the opening of the hips. And then inhale, knees together, palms together at the heart space. Exhale, palms above the head, knees towards the floor. Complete another 4 rounds in this way. After your final round, come back into Shavasana. And we're going to move from pranayama in Shavasana straight through to Yoga Nidra. Now's the time to get what you need. And so now focusing on the natural breath and just observing how it's been impacted by the practices so far. And just observe the movement it creates in the body. How on the inhalation, the abdomen expands and the chest expands. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. In our pranayama practice for this class will be Ujjāyī pranayama. And so for this Ujjāyī pranayama is like a slight contraction of the throat. It's said to sound like a baby snoring, like a soft snore. And as part of this practice, you can normally place the tongue to the roof of the mouth, but because you are lying down, it's probably better not to do that practice, and just instead, just if you can, just constrict the throat with using the throat. So you're inhaling through the nostrils, and it's hard for me to make the sound that you'll actually hear it because it's so soft, but it's like a very soft snore. And as you do this, we're going to bring it in line and align it with the focus of this class. So place your hands in front of the heart center with the palms together. We're in pranayama mudra while you're doing Ujjāyī pranayama. And as you are doing this, please visualize that when you inhale, you're drawing in a warm rose gold light into the center of the chest. And when you exhale, any heaviness or emotional tension just melts away. And the light becomes brighter. And we'll do this for another minute or so. And now release the practice. Come back into Shavasana with the palms on the floor, a little bit away from the body, with the palms facing the sky. And returning to the natural breath. And checking in now that the legs are hip width apart. And all tensions released from the legs and the feet. And take a long, deep inhalation and release any remaining tension in the body, releasing it into the floor and releasing all expression from the face, particularly behind the eyes and in the jaw. Release any tension there. And feel the body's contact against the floor. As we prepare for the practice of Yoga Nidra. Feel the heels against the floor. Feel the contact of the back of the legs and the buttocks against the floor. Feel the small of the back and the spine against the floor. Feel the contact of the middle of the back and the upper back and shoulders as they press against the floor. And also feel the contact of the back of the hands and arms on the floor. And observe the contact of the back of the neck and back of the head against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact create one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. And become aware now of sound. Listen first for sounds that are far off in the distance, but do so without trying to name or identify any sounds. Just move the awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. And now move the sound awareness a little closer to just outside the room where you are. Again, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. And now move the sound awareness to be inside the room where you are. Now bring the sound awareness even closer to sounds inside the body, beginning with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now move the awareness of sound to the sound and sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa. If you have one, mentally repeat it 3 times now. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. So listen to my instructions, and when I say the name of a body part, place the awareness there, visualize that part, and mentally repeat the name of that part. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. And moving now to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, or elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the back of the body with the heels, the back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving now to the face with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the ears, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbone, and the pit of the throat. The right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest. The right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel. The right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin. The whole right leg, the whole left leg, and both legs together. The whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together. The whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, and the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, all at once, the whole body. And release the body rotation now, bringing the awareness back to the natural breath. And witnessing the subtlety of the natural breath. And also witnessing how the abdomen rises and falls as it responds to the natural breath. And we'll now add a visualization to the natural breath. Again, returning to the visualization on the inhalation of a stream of gentle rose gold light flowing into the heart space. This time each ray is like a petal unfurling and brushing softly against Anāhata chakra. And you can feel the warm and subtle perfume of blooming roses filling the lungs. And then when you exhale, visualize the rose gold light gathering the weight of any heaviness and releasing it as though it's a whisper of pale pink mist drifting away into the still air. Breathing in rose gold petals and exhaling pink mist. This blossom-like breath brings tenderness and space into the heart center. And use the mind like an anchor to bring it back to the practice if the mind wanders. And release the breath visualization now. And instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body is feeling colder and colder. The body feels as though the dewy morning makes it shiver with the cold. The cool morning air makes it shiver. The body's feeling colder and colder. So the cool morning air makes it shiver. Release this feeling of coldness now and replace it instead with the feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels as though it's experiencing the gentle first rays of the dawn sunlight, warming the heart space. The body's feeling hotter and hotter as the first of the day's sun rays warms the body. Release this feeling of heat now and replace it instead with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels as though it's like an ancient mountain pine with its thick roots anchoring the body deeply into the earth. The body's feeling heavier and heavier as though it's anchored deep into the earth like a tree. Release this feeling of heaviness now, exchanging it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels as though its form is dissolving into the drifting morning mist. The body is feeling lighter and lighter, as though its form is dissolving into the drifting morning mist. Release this feeling of lightness now, and release all of these sensations completely. And instead now come back to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes, also known as Chittakash. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize, create the following objects and images. You are standing in a forest at twilight, and there is a cave in the side of the mountain, and you feel compelled to go and see what is happening in the cave. And as you go inside, it is very still, but there is light up ahead, and you can smell the beautiful scent of roses and sandalwood. And as you walk further into the cave, you see a section that is lit up with beautiful candles, and there is a rose-quartz throne in the middle of what looks like an ancient room. And so you go and sit in the rose-quartz throne, and you feel its smooth, pale pink surface, warm to the touch, warm to your touch, and it pulses with a soft, gentle glow. And as you sit in the throne, your heart center sits with a single rose-scented candle flickering in that heart space. And that light in your heart space casts dancing shadows across the crystal and across the walls of the ancient room inside the cave. Around you, rose petals drift lightly on the air, and their delicate fragrance merges with the sweet woody aroma of sandalwood incense, curling in slow spirals from the ornate brass incense holder on either side of the throne. With each inhalation, you draw in the mingled scent of fresh roses and creamy sandalwood, as though breathing in a tender balm that seeps to the chest and pulls all over your heart center, where the candle's warmth radiates into every fiber. And you feel the subtle vibration of the rose quartz beneath you, a soothing hum that resonates through your bones and aligning every cell with calm clarity. And as you exhale, you sense the incense smoke and pearly candlelight carrying you away and carrying away any heaviness or sorrow, and transforming it into a faint shimmer that disperses into the still air above. The rose petals swirl in response, drifting down to caress your skin like a gentle embrace. And in this luminous sanctuary of crystal, flame, and fragrance, your heart feels both buoyant and anchored, held by the loving energy of the rose quartz, the grounding warmth of the sandalwood, and the gentle glow of the candlelight Rest here now. Immerse yourself in the soft pink light, fragrant stillness, and steady flame. Your spirit is healed by the crystal's calm, the flower's grace, and the candle's gentle pulse. And how you're feeling at this moment in body and in spirit. Bring this back to you, back with you onto the mat. And keep this with you always as you call to mind your Sankalpa. Gently and mentally repeat it 3 times now. And allow the breath to deepen again, breathing in through the heart space, observing the movement it's creating in the body. And check in with the body now, observing how you're feeling at this very moment. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Begin to remember the details of the room where you are, the color of your coverings and mat. Remember the time of day. And begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world attached to those sounds. Begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the body to gently externalize. Where you like to gently move your head from side to side, bring the knees to the chest, or even raise the arms above the head for a full body stretch. Move in any way that your body needs right now. Maybe even lying on the right side for a few moments. And then when you're ready, gently come up to a comfortable sitting position with the eyes closed or downcast to maintain this peaceful, beautiful state that you have created. And now in a comfortable sitting position, very gently bring the awareness back to the heart space. And in the heart space, visualize a steady candle flame. And observe the light from that flame reaching every cell of the body and also illuminating the mind and the spirit. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our class. Breathe in now for Om chanting. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.